Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? Today, let's talk about, the topic that we shared earlier in my second part. I said the next part will be on karma. And I'm nobody, by the way, and I don't understand karma myself. What I'm trying to tell you is what I understand as of today. And the definition can change because karma is not definite. It's not something defined. It is particularly an outcome of four things as I've understood so far. The first thing is intention. The second is the thought. Third is the overall work that we do. So the work remains action. And your total support to that action is your overall understanding of how the things are improving in the overall world, right? So intention, thoughts, information, and action are the four things that make something called karma. Again, I'm telling you, it's not a definitive answer. It's not a definition of karma. There are different types of karma. It is not these four which can actually, conclude to karma. It can be karma that can conclude to these four as well. Intention, thoughts, information, and action. I'll give you a very simple example. There's a doctor who does an open heart surgery, right? There's a mechanic who also does an open engine surgery. Okay. There are two different machines that both of them are working on, right? One is the human body, the other is a machine. As we have defined a machine, right? But our body is also a machine, right? It's working, it has its own, parts which function, right? And similarly, the car is also a machine, right? A mechanic works on that car and, does an open engine surgery, and then, the engine starts to work well, right? So what really happens is the doctor does an open heart surgery when your body is actually working. The machine is on, it's not off. And the mechanic does an open engine surgery and changes the parts of the engine when the car is not running, right? Both of them are obviously karma. There's some action happening. But think about it, action is the same. Both of them are actually trying to make the machine work better, right? One is doing it while the machine is running, the other is doing it while the machine is off. The action is the same, the result outcome is supposed to be the same, right? Either the machine will work or the machine will not work, right? But the intention of a doctor is always to have the machine work at the end of the surgery. Similarly, the intention of the mechanic is also to have the machine working at the end of it, correct? So the intentions are also same. Now, the results are same, the intentions are same. The information is different because one knows how to work on a human body, the other knows how to work on a machine, right? A physical machine like a car or a truck or something, right? Both have different sets of information. How a human body works, how a car works. These are two different sets of information that both of them have. So the karma depends on the intention, the information, the thoughts, and the speech or the action. That is karma. I'll give you another example. A doctor also uses a knife to cut through the stomach or to any part of the body and do a surgery, correct? There's a bad guy who tries to kill somebody with the same knife. It's a very similar knife. It has a sharp edge, and it does what he does, and then the intentions are different, correct? The information is different, or maybe one has a lot of information, the other has no information at all. The actions are different. The intensity of that action is different, correct? So what really happens is, your karma changes with the intention, with the thoughts, with the information, with the action that you have. So when your karma is actually changing with the intention, the action, the information, and the thoughts that you have, then obviously your karma will be differently result oriented, right? A different result will be the outcome. One is, inserting the knife with an intention to harm. The other is inserting the knife with an intention to cure, right? So when it happens, your karma will be different in both the situations. So one is a doctor who is doing it with an intention to cure you. The other is a bad guy who's doing with an intention to kill you or harm you, right? Karma changes. Similarly, again, with the intention, the thought, the information, and the action, the karma changes. And how would the karma change? I'm nobody to tell you, how you will change your karma, but what is important to understand here, the karma will only change when my intentions change. If my intentions are pure, if my intentions are good, if my intentions are positive, if my intentions are calm, if my intentions are trustful, then my karma will change automatically. But if it is the reverse of everything what I just said, if my intentions are not pure, not good, not positive, not calm, not composed, not trustworthy, then the result of my intentions, my thoughts, will be a different karma, will be a different outcome. So it is very important to understand karma, that you can only provide an outcome with the intentions, the thoughts, the information, and the action that you do. The karma changes automatically. People used to say, charity begins at home. Why was that said in earlier times? And even today, people tell it to a lot of kids these days, right? Charity begins at home. If you're trying to change something outside, you have to change something inside. That's the basic essence of what it means, that charity begins at home. If you're not able to change something inside, if you're not able to divert your actions, intentions in a positive manner internally, outside will not change. I always give it as an example in a lot of my trainings that I provide to people. As a human, you have a particular, sphere of influence, which is also called your aura, from a intentions, thoughts perspective, right? And there is a sphere of intelligence, which is, again, a combination of information that you have, the actions that you take, right? So your aura is very important for you as a human being, right? Why is it important? Your aura is important because at the end of the aura, there is the other world, right? But within that sphere, in between your body and the sphere of your aura, if it is a positive sphere of influence, you will be able to influence a lot of people and bring them closer to your thoughts, your intentions. Your ability to convince them will be much higher. But if your aura is not positive, it's not a very calming aura, it's not a good aura, it's not a positive aura, it'll be difficult for you to convince people, it'll be difficult for you to explain things to people because they will not understand you. They're not connected, If you remember, from the movie Avatar, right? There was a scene in which the hero tries to go on the the bird, correct, and tries to control the bird, correct. Before that, he was given the information by somebody who's the heroine in the movie, the second lead character, that the acceptance of the bird to accept you as his or her master, right, will only happen when there is a connection. Now, that connection is what really means that you are connected in your intentions, connected in your thoughts, you're connected in your information, and you're connected in your action. Peace is a form of karma, right? Peace has intention, thoughts, information, and action equals to karma. Peace is a karma, right? I'll again give an example, very similar ones to the earlier one that I had, and I gave it to, in my earlier videos as well. And I'll keep it short. There's an army personnel. He's also, shooting people, killing people, but he's not doing it to an innocent life, right? He's been informed, okay, and given the right information to actually execute or encounter, right, a particular individual or threat to the society. Similarly, there is another person who's a bad guy, who's a terrorist, tries to, kill people, but not for good. He's doing it for, showing himself as good in his particular religion, but he doesn't understand religion, right? Because he has failed the laws of karma completely. He's trying to do something for himself, and trying to project it on others, saying, I'm doing it for you. But the intention of an army personnel is that he's doing it for the society, and he's doing it for the good of the society, for protecting the society, right? They're dedicated to protect, they're not dedicated to kill. And an army personnel will not kill a person just like that, right? So there's a certain set of information, there's an intention, there's a thought, and there's an action, correct? Your actions depend on the knowledge and the information that is stored in your subconscious and conscious mind. When I say this, it's very important to understand. We are not doing what we are supposed to do until and unless we know how to do it, right? A jeweler knows how to get the best out of a stone, correct? But a stone collector will not know whether the stone has a diamond in it, or a stone has a ruby in it, or a stone is a, another type of raw stone, right? But a jeweler picks up a stone, starts to, cut it, polishes it, again cuts it, again polishes it, tries to bring out the brilliance, the clarity, the clear crystal-like form of that stone, right? And then it either becomes a diamond or a solitaire or a, ruby or a emerald, anything like that, correct? So, the intentions, the information, the action is different in every situation, and that is what is karma. Change of the context and not just the content. I'm again repeating, change of the context and not the content will lead you to a better karma. If you change the content, you may still not be able to do justice to the product, correct? But if you change your intentions, your information, your action, some bit of change in everything that makes the product. The product will change to a very large extent, and it might become a better quality product. So it is not how you have done things differently in your past. It is your children have to understand how differently they can do something to be able to achieve a different type of result. Right? You have to give them the freedom to do something and bring out the product that they're thinking in their mind. You can't force your thinking on them. You can just tell them that this will be a good way to do it. How they do this, how they do a different thing, how they make smaller steps. Do they do a big leap or 5 different steps to reach that particular destination? It's up to them. Because by killing the freedom, you're killing the product that will come out. Or by killing the freedom, you are actually intending that the product should come out exactly the same way as you have always got. And that's not the right intention. So the karma has to change. We could not have come from the Stone Age to the information technology age, and we are headed towards the robotics and the automation age, right? We will not reach different stages or ages of this life by doing the same action. The action has to change, the intention has to change, the information has to develop, right? All of that has to become a different, framework to be able to reach a particular karma or a particular product. And that is what is karma. Karma is not just action, it is intention, it is thoughts, it is information, and it is action. That is karma. I'm simply leaving it here. If you change your intentions to be good, change it in your mind. Start thinking about what's good for the society and not only good for you. Start thinking about what is a good thought for the society, not only for you. Do a lot of research, bring in more information, speak to intelligent people. Your sphere of influence has to become larger and larger. You have to bring in more like-minded people. Your information has to get developed, not get diminished. Your actions have to speak louder with your positive intentions, not your speech. If you speak louder, achieve the same good result. It's not that. It is your intention. If the intention is to do good to somebody, the intention will come as good back to you. The intention is to do good to some product or an outcome. It will actually become a good outcome or a product. If the intention is to do bad for somebody, you have jealousy in you, the outcome is going to be bad for you. The jealousy will come back to you. So change your intentions, change your thoughts, change the information, learn everything every day, and change your actions according to your knowledge, according to your intentions, according to your thoughts. Your karma will change, and good karma brings good karma back to you, good results back to you. If you study well, you get good numbers, right? But if you don't study well, you will not get good numbers. So your karma speaks of your intentions, your thoughts, your information, and your action. Once again, thank you so much. The video got disrupted in between for a little bit. We got disconnected, and apologies for that. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I love you all. Have a great night. Have a great day ahead, and enjoy your life. Your life is about happiness. Be happy. Be good to others. We'll talk about how to change your intentions in my next series. So we'll talk about intentions. in my next series, and that will be part 4 of the series of what you should know. So we'll talk about intentions. Bye for now. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day, enjoy your night, enjoy every day. Thank you.